So nice to meet you all here. So basically, I would start with the fact that I would tell a few words about my company and I. My name is Patryk, and basically, since I can remember, I was really into tech. For now, I'm 21 years old. However, when I started, I had 17 years old, and that was the time when I started my first software agency, which I have scaled to $500,000 annual revenue and 20 employees in just 2 years. So I'm more a business guy for now, actually. So this presentation will be as well for marketers, for product designers, and all of which just would like to create their own front end via AI. My co-founder is Sebastian. He is a software architect with 8 years of experience in companies like Goldman Sachs, 90 POE. He has also participated to projects like, for instance, StageClip.com or AdvancedPlace.com. And for now, he's at our booth, so you could chat with him and ask whatever technical questions you'd like. Uh, I think that we all can agree that nowadays design and development process still is a really mundane one, takes too much time and could be automated. Because for now, like firstly, you have to design something, then you have to do some mock-ups, there is some design to dev handover, development time, and multiple iterations, which just doesn't make sense. Especially for small development, like for instance, landing pages, small applications for SMEs, and companies like this. And basically, because of this problem, over last 10 years, there have been like created many companies, like for instance, Builder.io, Framer, Webflow, which you probably may know, at least some of this. And I split them for four groups because I believe that last year they have started to implement AI, and it's great to start to think on how the AI will be then implemented, how the AI will influence those tools. And by design, I obviously mean that those tools have a possibility to design in some way via prompt or via some other way of giving requirements, the UI, so user interface, and then if they have ability to as well code this design, so they know some coding principles, they can also create from this some front end. And lastly, there are pretty few tools which can also create a backend as well or generate backend as well. So for instance, there is Make.com, Zapier, and things like this. There are pretty few which can automate this process without the interaction of developers. And lastly, copy, which is the easiest one, so generating images, text, and things like this. Uh, and I will begin with wizards because I think this is one of the most interesting tools on the market, which can basically generate from prompt the whole interface. Actually, Wizard is a really interesting company because they have started their journey with actually translating designs and translating wireframes designed by even on paper to their own visual builder, and they have done it with using convolutional networks and STMs. So that was their first blueprint, and then they have developed so that for now can via probably like some foundation models they can generate whole UIs. However, the thing is that this UI is not so responsive as it should be. There is lack of micro interactions with this, and basically this UI couldn't be then used in a great way on development path. There's obviously Framer, which also has ability to generate websites. What's great is that they can also via just prompting, they can also make you edit a website. It's especially important for marketers and product designers which doesn't have so technical experience. And basically, this framework can also generate a fully usable front end, so then you can easily integrate the backend and all of this stuff. The next category of tools, which I have mentioned, are code generators. So, for instance, Locofy, Anima, Deha UIs, there are plenty of them presently on the market. And those tools, as for instance here, they can convert your Figma design directly to code. However, what's really interesting here is that when conversion is done, like there is mostly a huge lack of things like, for instance, responsiveness, micro interactions, so things which I have mentioned, because I highly believe that there is any neural network and foundation models presently on the market that can as well generate you a great quality micro interactions, integrations, and things like this. Because I have even tried as code to use, for instance, PPO to try to tag somehow those components. However, it's been impossible to create a micro interactions which will be um, looking like key visual of the company. So the last category which I would like to mention are tools similar to Builder.io, which can generate you uh, proper code in the language or the format you like, just by selecting the screen which you like to, or piece of content which you would like to generate, and then you can generate code which will be useful for you in your dev environment. And the really last one, so make.com, which can via prompt generate you an automations, which is particularly useful for marketers or people which doesn't have a technical experience, because they can link you all from, for instance, Slack to Google Sheet or anything you'd like in seconds, and you don't need to have any experience in development in order to do that. There are obviously plenty of other tools already on the market, such as, for instance, Airtable, Bubble, Card, and many, many others. However, I believe that they will shortly start to implement really similar techniques as the tools which I have mentioned before. Um, Upload this to prod really shortly, is design generation. So users in our own environment can as well edit the designs which have been made, and they can generate new ones, as you could see here. So that's basically the path of the user. For now, we have 20K users in our user base, and we are still growing. We have also started as a simple code generator as Locofy, Animan. So, however, we have really soon understood that the user retention is really poor due to the fact they just go away with code and never go back. And that's actually it. So thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, just please ask.